What's going on, everybody? I'm Squiggo Joe here with DeFi Sean. Another Infinaeon Friday. Glad you guys are here to make it. Appreciate you guys. Spread the word. Get everyone else. Let them know what's going on. Every Friday at 3 p.m. It's Infinaeon Friday. Sean and I are here. We got Moon Monday. We got Twitter Spaces all day long. You guys definitely want to be in, stay in the know. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Put that bad boy on all. Hit the like button and spread the word. By the way, if you have any and all questions, make sure to save them to the end of the stream, in which we'll take any real questions when I answer as many of them as possible. If you guys have for anything out there regarding Infinaeon, regarding Lunar Pump Fun, regarding everything in the ecosystem.
All right, what's going on, everyone? And this has been a pretty exciting and definitely long week. The native token launched. We've been doing Twitter Spaces. This is our second YouTube Live of the week. We're going to continue doing that. We are going to continue to build the Infinaeon army. A lot of people are already talking about it, but we have those profile picture generators going, and we are trying to get everyone using that Infinaeon logo, with their avatar or their picture, whatever they choose to do on it. So if you haven't checked that out, hop on over to the Telegram and go to that generator and get your profile picture generated. Now, we just did a Twitter Spaces a couple hours ago, kind of going to echo some of those things. So for those that missed it, a couple of the main things that we talked about. If you're newer to the space, we are the founders of Krypton Cause Investing. I'm hopping on over to our website. Kind of want to show you a couple things, and then I'm getting to a point with that. Come down, you can see a YouTube channel. That's actually my podcast. Continuing on down, you can see we have Lunar Pump. Of course, we want that to be highlighted. Anyone that wants to fairly launch a token will be able to do so via that link right there. And then coming on down, I want to touch on this, of course, myself, Mike, Joe right there. But when you continue down, we also sell YouTube videos and Twitter posts and different things like that for influencers. For those that kind of aren't familiar with the background of how influencing works in the crypto space with the KOLs, it's a very pricey thing to do. And via Krypton Calls, we've helped, again, tons of projects launch. I've definitely known on this list right here who kind of has some pull, who doesn't have pull, who's overrated, who's underrated, who's the best value, all that fun stuff. Obviously, with my connections in YouTube, we're always going to have some YouTube campaigns because I get it for such a good price, being that I have a lot of connections to a lot of the people that you see here. So we're always going to do it on YouTube just to kind of have that content. Twitter, hiring people on Twitter as far as KOLs goes, 99% of them are going to be hit or misses. Even the ones that cost $10,000, $20,000, you might think guaranteed win. It's definitely not. So the route we're going with this, we're going to be concentrating on getting trending with Infinaeon. We're going to be concentrating on community building because when it comes to launching your crypto to the moon, it's community. Name the tokens from, again, Captain BNB, a token that a lot of the team is involved in with the CTO team, to Dogecoin, to way back in the day when we all got started with SafeMoon and they exploded. Every single token that explodes has one thing in common: community. It's community built. They didn't explode because a Twitter personality talked about it. They exploded because it is community backed and it is community driven, which is the environment that we wanted to create since day one here. And we have, via Krypton Calls, we have a lot of organic community. Everyone that you see here, everything is very organic. Everyone here is basically part of the team, and we're just trying to push it to the masses. So that's our overall goal, is to build this community, get us trending, and just get eyes on Infinaeon by joining Twitter Spaces, having our own Twitter Spaces, by having our lives. Again, invite your friends. We have 2,500 holders. No reason why we can't have 500 to 1,000 people on Twitter Spaces on these lives. And if we work together, we truly can push this to the masses, because honestly, with the marketing environment that goes on in crypto today, it's the only way that you really can be successful, is to have that community really push everyone forward. And kind of went into a little bit more details on the Twitter Spaces, which was recorded. So if you kind of want to hear more of my soliloquy as far as marketing goes, community building, definitely go ahead and check that out.
Yeah, it's like what Sean said. It's all about everyone getting together, because here in crypto with DeFi and everything how it is, it's not just about like buy a token, all right, see you later. It's buy a token, hop in, talk in Telegram, talk in Twitter, meet new people. You'd be surprised how many amazing people are in crypto, and all walks of life, from cops to, everyone's everyday average Joe, but from cops to construction workers, just regular dudes. Crypto has so many amazing and fascinating people, and it's a way for you not just to obviously buy the crypto, but like to go in to talk to people, to say, hey man, what's going on? Hey man, what you're about? And then of course there's always people always love speculating, price speculating, or utility speculating. Hey, and the cool thing about that is you would have no idea, but sometimes your speculations become reality. You're gonna be really cool if they made a better version of Pump.fun, and then next thing you know, we're here. Or it'd be really cool if they did this and that. And just the idea of that, one, could be already been worked on or working on, but two, it's something that we'll go, you know what? That is a good idea. Let's see if we can talk to some guys and make that a reality. And that's a cool thing. By just hanging out, joining them with others, you not only grow within the community, but you can actually grow the crypto with just your ideas. Maybe even just the idea of like what could be, can be, just by you talking about it with everybody else.
All right, and then also kind of moving on to the next league because we wanted to have more of a visual. We talked about this on the Twitter space, but the new version of Lunar Pump Fun absolutely knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. Got more of that dark mode, which I know a lot of people were pushing for. But yeah, coming on down again, we've had quite a few projects launch. We definitely had decent volume going on the what happened there. We definitely have decent volume going on the chain. So yeah, it's definitely something that we want to push. And again, it's part of the overall ecosystem. So just like everything else, you know, a buddy that may be launching a token, especially if he's on BNB or Base already, or potentially even Infinaeon, push them towards Lunar Pump. There's no downside. We have our ICO option going. Don't want to spend too much time talking about the ICO. I know I've talked about it tons here. So majority of people already know, or probably everyone listening knows exactly what's going to be coming with that ICO option. So did kind of want to concentrate on, actually, that's us live right there. Simulcasting on the Lunar Pump platform. Can you see the screen clear, Joe?
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of cool. So if you're on the actual platform, you'll actually see us broadcasting right now. If you're on the Lunar Pump social app, which again, really cool. Yeah, it's pretty close to real time. So yeah, so getting into the Lunar Pump app, kind of got sidetracked. The iOS version is going to be coming about a week. So Android people are already using it. Everyone's saying they love it. Obviously, it's going to make it a lot more convenient when everyone's using the app versions of it. But yeah, guys, this is something that's good. Coming on over, you can trade. That'll send you over to Lunar Pump. You can explore. So you got your different hashtags right here. You can even boost your posts. So you can go ahead and boost your posts, which obviously is a paid service. You have your groups. You have your chats, you have your, well, that's my admin features. You have your page right here, which this one's mine. And then, yeah, you come on down, you can see everything. And again, this is just kind of scratching the surface of it. Again, iOS is coming. We want to integrate more Web3. So we're going to put it up to where we can have tokens that bond, automatically shoot over to the site. We can have being able to launch. So kind of how you have this trade button right here. We can potentially have a launch button to where you can actually launch on the social media site a token rather than actually even having to go over to Lunar Pump. And again, this is just a crypto website in general. Outside of anything illegal being posted on it, nothing's coming down. If you own a project on any chain and you want to come chill in front of the community, hop on over, create your account, and go for it. We're not going to delete anything. This isn't like your crypto telegram where you know, you're trying to show other projects, which so many people like to do, like to take their favorite projects, try to just mention it in popular telegram. So we're actually giving you the floor. Go ahead, create your account, and feel free to talk all things crypto. Obviously, we're not going to control the conversation, talk about whatever you want, but this is created just for crypto in mind. So yeah, I cannot wait for this iOS version to hit. Now, I do a lot of stuff from my laptop, so it's not an overly big deal for me, but I know for the general public, having that app that when 99% of people are mobile, it's definitely going to kind of be where you want to be. A couple of things too, we're also working on dark mode as well. So again, like LunarPmp.fun, everyone loves their dark mode. So that's going to be probably hidden sooner than later. Maybe even be here hopefully when it releases on iOS. Going to be really cool. But yeah, that's it for the social site. Also, while I'm thinking about it, on the Twitter Spaces, we did have a competition. I think the winners, first place was 120, second place was 50, third place was 30. We can actually go ahead and I'll play the winners. We actually spun it. I want to go ahead and show it so that everyone can see exactly what happened and who won. I don't think the winners know yet, so let's go ahead and show that right now. And yeah, let's go from there. So Infinaeon Ant 42, you have $120 of Infinaeon coming your way. Not sure if Mr. Pixels collected your address or if I'm going to have to get it, have to see. Mr. Pixels, I'm sure you're in the chat if you want to see and address everyone. Then we have, of course, our guy Taz. He won the second place $50 prize, I believe. And then let's see who we have third. And we have Wolfie Crypto getting his $30. So, Mr. Pixels, let me know if you have their addresses. We'll go ahead and we'll see about getting them out so that we can get that Infinion over. And again, we'll probably next Twitter Spaces that we host via the Infinion account, probably gonna do some more giveaways. Again, keep spreading that word. Giveaways are always fun. Who doesn't love winning some Infinion tokens? And yeah, keep that momentum going. We have a great base of a community. Like I said, a lot of us, almost everyone in this room, been knowing me for years now. And yeah, it's just a really good base community we have to really to become that next it community. And then just behind the scenes, big communities potentially lead to VCs and all kinds of different things, because that's what the bigger investors and firms and different things are looking for, is that community base. Because again, the most valuable asset of any crypto is the community, not our blockchain, not Lunar Pump. It's the community. Let's see.
And once again, it's all about growing and getting interacting with everything. We have the Lunar Pump app, we have the Lunar Pump website. Obviously, we have Infinion overall, and you have Telegram, Discord, Reddit. Hop into any of those, and like I said, there's a lot of great people there. And you don't even need to talk about like Infinion if you don't want to. Talk about anything, and like I said, it's just a cool way to meet new people. To talk about things that you guys find familiarity with.
Win Infinion hats. I'm sponsored by Under Armour, so I legally have to wear this Under Armour hat.
I'm sponsored by the state of New York.
All right, but yeah, guys, keep the questions coming. Again, I know we had Twitter Spaces answered a lot of questions. And, there's a couple of reasons why we want to do different things. We're not going to over concentrate on spending too much time in Telegram chats. Again, Telegram's kind of like preaching to the choir. Everyone there in our chat already knows about us, obviously. Not too dissimilar from YouTube. Majority of people that hop on these YouTube lives are already involved, already know about us, kind of, again, preaching to the choir. Twitter Spaces is a very good avenue to kind of bring in newer people. A lot of people hang out on Twitter, see different spaces running. So we're going to be putting a lot of concentration into spaces. Hasn't been something that we've done in the past, but you're going to be seeing mainly Twitter Spaces and YouTube Lives. We'll probably occasionally do some Telegram Spaces just to kind of get people involved, because it's a little bit easier to ask questions in that environment. But yeah, mostly Twitter and YouTube. Sorry, always trying to read some of the comments while I'm personally talking. I am sponsored by Red Bull as well. So got Red Bull and I got Under Armour.
So we got any questions? Make sure to hit us up with some questions right now. We got a question by Picardo. He asks, when's the bits drop?
Again, still working on that. We're getting past the launch now. I actually just got a message from Mark about ICO, so I'm about to get an update on that. Then after I think the ICO, he should be clear. I know I keep saying it's clear, but it's just we're doing so much stuff that, again, while it is important, it keeps getting put on the back burner, but we should be about right there. We've definitely shared the fee receiver for the blockchain and the fee receiver for Lunar Pump. So those funds are safe, they're secure. As soon as the wallets hit, they will drop, and of course, they will continue to build as revenue comes in. And again, you're a bit holder, you're essentially a part of the ecosystem. Get people to launch on Lunar Pump, which is our biggest revenue generator. A little bit harder to push people towards a new blockchain, but Lunar Pump is a really good avenue for the ecosystem to really make funds and also to really keep giving you a cut of the pie. So again, if you're a holder, if you're a bit holder, again, spread the word. Anyone's launching a token, always bring up Lunar Pump. We're even willing to give away free marketing via Lunar Pump for Joe's channel, my channel, this channel, Twitter, all that fun stuff. So what we normally charge sometimes in the thousands for, we're willing to give away for free as long as they launch on it the right way, and there's not going to be anyone taking advantage of it or anything like that, buying huge dev wallets and different things like that. We're definitely willing to help. So launching Lunar Pump, you can get some good organic backend via crypto on call. So keep that in mind.
Celia asked, when V2 live for Lunar Pump Fun?
So obviously, the new look is out. ICO again. Mark just responded. I got to get with him. It's soon. I know. If I'm not mistaken, the contracts are finished. So it's gonna be right around the corner. ICO obviously was a very big integration. It wasn't something that was a small undertaking, but it should be next week again. Web3, hate giving dates, but it should be next week.
And then we have a question from Wolfie. He says, will there be a new merch drop since Crypto Lids is gone?
Supposedly Crypto Lids is supposed to get back, but yeah, we do need to get a different merch shop. Again, it's been so hectic. Merch has just definitely been on the bottom of the totem pole, but I do definitely want to do merch. Like I said, I may even, if I have to, do it myself. My wife and I actually have the infrastructure to actually do it if I really wanted to. So that could be a possibility. But yeah, we definitely going to get some merch. I know everyone's excited for Infinaeon. We're building the army, so we've got to have that merch available. So I'm with you on that one.
And then I know this question already been asked, but when is the iOS wallet finished?
It's a mystery. Again, it's going to be up to Apple. Actually, this morning got a list of stuff that needs to be filled out, continuing the whole process. So it's going to be out on Android, so definitely sooner than later. Again, Apple's a whole nother beast. So I can't even give a timeline on it because again, we're in the hands of Apple.
Yeah, I love Apple. Sean loves Apple, but Apple is like the worst to do anything as far as like submitting anything. It's yeah. Hopefully, it gets through, but it's Apple. They're not playing around. Like you submit any app, they're just like going through everything. And if it's any kind of financial in any way, shape, or form,
yes, they
really hammer you hard.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
The thing about Apple is you're not pulling one over on them.
Right.
Like they know everything about me. put it that way. It's Android, just like the organization account took me weeks to get set up for Apple. I've never been asked to prove that my business is my business more than I have with Apple. Literally less than 24 hours, Android had me up and running. Like they don't check anything. Apple, on the other hand, they don't mess around. They verify everything and then re-verify stuff. Again, they were asking for documents that no one's ever asked me for, including like banks and different things like that with my other businesses. So yeah, it's insane the amount of hoops you have to jump through when I'm dealing with Apple.
But I mean, that's like you said, it's weird because like with Android you get it faster, but with Apple you get it secure. So it's like, which one do you guys want? Do you want today, not so secure, or you want to wait longer and get a secured version? But yeah, no, it's crazy. There was another question. Infinion movie.
Hey, we have the official what is it? The ICU, the Infinion Cinematic Universe. So hey, it might be around the corner with our two what is it? So let's let me hop back on over. Let's see. I'm still sharing my screen, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got Crypto Knight and the Kryptonaut over here. So we I don't know. When is the first movie? We'll see. And don't forget about Super DeFi Bros.
That's right. The kids, it'll be like the kids show with DeFi Bros. You know, have its own game on the Nintendo Switch, and then we'll have like some of the boys would be like the fellas. Will be the cinematic universe.
Did anyone read the description? The Super DeFi Bros, Sean and Joe, dive into their cryptoverse to save Princess Satoshi from Rugzilla, battling bots, dodging rugs, and collecting token power-ups. They fight to restore freedom to DeFi and bring balance back to the Infinaeon chain.
And then we got a lot of questions from Favor. He says, when does TikTok live start? I'm not really that like crazy good at TikTok. I'm not sure like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not either. It's not the worst idea ever. We obviously have a TikTok for Infinion. Yeah, it's probably something we probably do need to put into the mix because TikTok is a huge it is a huge way to bring people in. So yeah, let's yeah, that's something we're definitely going to think about and we're going to look into. I'm not sure, how do we like simulcast or whatever stream? I don't know. We're gonna have to look into that, see exactly how. I've never actually tried to stream live from TikTok. Of course, I've done you know, I've uploaded videos, but I've never actually streamed. So yeah, let's look into that because I agree. It is a platform that has hundreds of millions of users, and something we probably should be getting involved with.
And then Favorite asks, what exchanges are you planning to list on?
So when it comes to exchanges, some of the ones that we have easy, I guess you can say, access to is Polynex. I believe, Mike, is how you say that. Bitmart, MEXC, 2bit. That's some of the exchanges that we have direct contacts to. So that would be some of the exchanges that you see up front whenever we hit that point, so that we can really start pushing the centralized exchanges.
And then Picaro asks, when we see the first ETH rewards on the staking page?
So that'll be when the bits drop. That'll probably be when we do our first distribution. We don't want to trigger the fee receiver wallet until the bits are set up. So it'll probably be about the same time, because once that's triggered, it'll get sent everywhere that it needs to go. Yeah, another thing too, Joe. I know you may even be more, but people aren't wrong. So we should probably do like, is it possible for us to stream on like simultaneously, like on Kick and YouTube and all that? Do you know? I mean, it's obviously something we could talk about behind the scenes, but like, is it possible to stream on multiple different platforms at once?
There probably is an answer to that. Probably yes. I gotta look into that. I'll check it out and see.
Yeah, we're gonna look into that because again, you guys aren't wrong. We need to be everywhere. And yes, I saw 1,000 followers on TikTok to go live, which we have over 1,000 followers, so we're good there.
Mike's right. It's always about timing. Doing things too early can screw you. Doing things too late make no sense. It's always about timing when it comes down to listings, exchanges, partnerships, announcements. We definitely, and this is something we always like look out for. We always try to make sure we don't like announce things too early, because if you guys have to wait a long time, you're gonna get upset about it. When it finally comes out, you're just not gonna care. But we want to make sure it's done when we do say it's gonna come out. So this is why it's so important for us to throw it out there. By the way, Mr. Mixon put up the PFP generator.
Yep. Touching on that too, Joe. Again, when it comes to the right timing, again, Mike's right. With everything, seen it more times than I can count. People bankrupting, themselves, trying to get on centralized exchanges, trying to get top influencers to push them. It's not worth it. We can go that route, but again, there's just so much stuff that we have to do to build to even just keep this ecosystem running. It's thousands of dollars a month in carrying costs. So it's just, again, it's not something that we can just attack, because that's just asking again to bankrupt yourself, which I've seen again more times than I can count. It's a common thing that happens in crypto because communities get impatient. They want to see that 100x candle right away. And it's just a good way to try to make a quick buck. but it's not sustainable to be able to pay for that stuff, because paying an influencer $50,000 to do a YouTube video or something crazy, you never get a return on that. It honestly just excites the community more than anything else. It's, again, just not worth the funds.
And it's a temporary excitement for a longer term detriment, because then you have less money. Sometimes they want tokens and they dump on the chart immediately. So you got people fighting the chart. The hype doesn't last as long as like the hit to the charts with some exchanges. You know, there are obviously other exchanges out there that do work with you and work towards growing. But I mean, we came at this in our first. This is not our first rodeo, luckily. But if it's anyone in their first rodeo, man, the pitfalls are there, and they really, you just never know. Like, you never know when it comes down to, like, you know, exchange listings or partnerships or whatnot.
Yep. So in kind of going back to that, you're looking at 6 figures probably for an MEXC listing. For Binance, you're probably looking at 7 figures for a listing. But you know how you do get on those? The community absolutely crushing it. They want community and they want volume. If they see that, you can potentially get those free Binance listings, those free MEXC listings, those free Bitmart listings. So again, it's all in the hands of us as a community to really push it. We're going to be here every single day, every single week, pushing as far as we can, but we need you guys, because again, asking to win exchanges, we as a community band together. We show how strong we are, how excited we are. We're blasting it everywhere. Centralized exchanges will come for free without even having to pay for them. So just food for thought on why I keep pushing so much about how big of a deal community is, and kind of getting that going.
Yeah, I just want to add on top of that real quickly. You got to realize too, like Sean just said, it's 6 digits that will cost some of these exchanges. And if they come to us because our community is pushing on them so hard, that means we get to save that amount of money that will stay in our chart, will hold the floor. And when they announce because the community is so massive, that's just free. That's all. That's a massive amount of money that will go to everyone's pocket just because you did a simple retweet, just because you reached out to, let's say, MEXC and say, hey, come look at Infinaeon. Just because something done so simple, done by you, the individual, one time by one person per day. And if everyone wants to do it, because we have thousands of community members, if anyone wants to do it in one shot, just one shot, man, MEXC will come knocking. And like Sean said, 6 digits, that 6 digits we get to keep, plus 6 digits of value now that we have just with a listing going. We really want you guys with us. We see your community, because right now, the way the market is structured, the exchanges, everyone is always looking for massive communities that will sway. And if you can sway an exchange to come join us, I mean, that's a lot of money that is now in your pocket, my pocket, everyone's, just by all of us going, hey, hit the retweet, or hey, tweet at this person. It's that much of a massive difference that it does make.
Yep, 100%. Again, broken record, but it's what it's all about: community building and getting this thing. Community and trending are your 2 biggest marketing things, not a YouTube video from X influencer or a tweet from, you know, this influencer. It's trending and it's community. That's where all your organic holders are. They're hanging out on like your DEX screener in your DEX tools, checking everything out, seeing what's trending, seeing who's got the pretty charts, all that fun stuff. So that's where your main people are, not really following those YouTubers and different things like that. So you just have to be really good. And when it comes to, again, I have my ways. When it comes to YouTube, you need to find YouTubers that maybe have like communities and private rooms and different things like that. So there's different ways to gauge who's worth it and who's not, and all that fun stuff.
Absolutely, guys. Well, you guys, we're going to be wrapping up soon. So if you have any last questions, make sure to ask your questions right now, guys. And if you're new to the channel, to all these channels, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell once it pops. So when you subscribe, put on all. Follow myself, Sean, Infinaeon, everything via Twitter. Your follows do matter. The engagements do matter. And once again, like we keep harping about, it's about spreading the word, letting everybody know. Definitely check out app.LunarPmp.fun as well to go ahead and create your account to join in case you want to hear your latest crypto news, especially when it comes to LunarPmp.fun. Because LunarPmp.fun and app.LunarPmp.fun, in my opinion, go hand in hand. and it's a way of just growing and getting a bigger community through LunarPmp.fun. And once people realize what LunarPmp.fun is, once they walk in that door, we have the analytics. They stay. They look around. They look to create a token, or they look to buy into a token, and go on our app.lunarpump.fun, getting involved there, and establish yourself on this place is going to allow you to be up to date on any information and news going out there. So it's really important to get on there. Kryptonite says, before you guys go, I just want to say a massive congratulations. You have done an amazing job last year. What an adventure. It's only just the beginning. That's right. It's just the start.
This
is the ground floor.
It's been 13 months in the works, but this is kind of just the start of really pushing this to the masses. And again, shout out to the community as well. The guys that are here and involved, and ladies for that matter, that are here and pushing. Again, you guys are the base. It's going to be us that brings this to the masses across all platforms.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this. I'm Screw Joe. He's DeFi Sean. We'll see you guys on the moon.